Yo, what's going on, guys? Riot here, checking out Tell It Animated for their amazing portrayals of, like, evolutions, because today we're checking out the evolution of Alien versus Predator. Like, Predator, I'm imagining, was ugly as hell his entire life. No offense, dude. Your face looks like a butthole, but Alien, dude, Alien's got some crazy evolutionary traits. It's whatever the facehugger attaches to, or whatever it mixes with inside their gut, so it's beautiful. Leave a like, subscribe, check out Tell It Animated, of course, and let's do it. Alright, the evolution of the Predator. We're gonna get the butthole one out of the way first.
The
No
Predator
offense.
is the perfect hunter, but not every Predator is born equal. From the Central American jungle to the LA cityscape and beyond, let's go through their evolution.
It's always so beautiful seeing your city in videos because I was born and raised in LA. Unfortunately, now it's like a crime-ridden third world country, but it was beautiful.
The Predator first appears in 1987's Predator, featuring his trademark dreadlocks,
Look at those
silver armor,
sandals.
advanced weaponry, thermal vision, and cloaking abilities.
Ah.
He hunts down a series of army personnel in the jungle before going head-to-head with their major, after revealing his large, noseless face with distinct mandibles.
See, I'm sorry I mean to their looks. It's shaming people's looks is never okay. But this dude walks around these alien-ass sandals with these alien toes and his face looks like that. He's gonna get insults. I like how they also have pelvic armor, which basically does confirm the myth of the Predator wiener. That, I don't know if that was a myth or not. I wondered.
He gets hit by a stump and chooses to self-destruct. Predator 2 introduces a new, more colorful Predator, with bronzed armor, and his face, when shown, is steeper and heavily fanged. After getting mixed up in an LA drug war,
See, this guy lost his sandals. Clearly the first guy learned. Let's not be a bunch of hippie-ass aliens, you know what I'm saying? Barefoot's the warrior way.
a lieutenant tracks him down and takes him out. This prompts his fellow Predator clan members to uncloak and pick up their defeated friend, with the eldest member honoring the lieutenant with an antique pistol for a fair fight. The
Gangster.
crossover film, Alien vs. Predator, features 3 heavily armored predators with unique masks who set out to hunt a pack of xenomorphs in an ancient rite of passage. While 2 of the predators are taken out pretty quickly, the third one manages to defeat a xenomorph and marks his face in victory, leaving him exposed to a leaping facehugger. Apparently unharmed, the predator teams up with a young woman to take down a queen xenomorph, only to be mortally wounded in battle. A caped elder uncloaks himself and rewards the human friend with an alien weapon. The predator's body is then put on a ship, where it gives birth to the Predalien chestburster.
See, this is where I think, I guess this is still AVP, because it's the end of AVP. AVP was the perfect movie. I love that movie so damn much, it's crazy. AVP 2, however, was a pile of steaming buttholes. Like, I'm sorry if that offends you deeply, but I mean, what the fuck was that? How do you drop the ball that hard? It was AVP.
Aliens vs. Predator, Requiem, picks up with the Predalien.
It's a
now
cool
fully
concept.
grown, as he
That's
causes
beast.
the ship to crash back on Earth. When he and a posse of facehuggers escape, a grizzled and scarred Predator sets out to confront the abominable combo. But whoever wins doesn't really matter, because the government nukes the city, putting an end to this crossover series. But the Predator
Well, there we go.
franchise carries on with Predators, in which a group of criminals are dropped onto an alien planet to be hunted. Their opponents include a pair of tracking hounds. Predator hounds. A tusk-tracking predator that gets taken out by an exploding opponent. A bronze-armored predator with mechanical spying falcon drone.
This is
He gets
awesome.
sliced by a sword-wielding Yakuza member. And finally, a large leader predator with a jawed biomass covering his bulbous head. He obliterates a weakened, classic-looking predator and eventually succumbs to wounds inflicted by a pair of hardened criminals.
This movie, in my opinion, was super duper badass. I love this movie like crazy. Those Predator dogs, all their deaths for the most part were gruesome as hell.
In the latest sequel, a shiny armored predator is knocked out and examined by a lab, which determines that he contains pieces of human DNA.
This movie, I'll admit, started to get really weird. I thought the core concept was dumb as hell. It's Predator, but now he's bigger Predator. Ooh, it was like, come on, man. But if you just shut off your brain, like just give yourself a lobotomy and sit there like just drooling out the mouth, like absorbing the pretty colors and jokes and stuff, it's actually not that bad of a movie.
He wakes up from the examination and sets out on a kill spree, only to be assassinated by a giant, heavily DNA-spliced predator, armed with his own pack of hounds. He snatches an autistic
Just, you know what, never mind.
boy for DNA harvesting, but after losing his arm, gets taken down by an explosion and a round of bullets, confirming that there's no need to add extra DNA to an already perfect hunting creature. Thank you for watching, subscribing, and hitting thumbs up on this animation.
I did leave a thumbs up. I'm a good person. I'm just gonna shut up. I have a lot of emotions about that last movie. It was goddamn. I don't know what the hell they're doing at those franchise anymore. It could have been so great. There's just so many silly parts. I was entertained though. I laughed. I cried. It was a good movie. It was just ridiculous. And now for the sexy part, the evolution of the xenomorph.
Unraveling the xenomorph life cycle is quite the task.
I can't imagine.
Facehuggers to the mysterious black goo, let's piece this puzzle together. The original Alien film depicts the xenomorph beginning its life cycle as a fleshy egg, which, when approached, releases a crab-like facehugger that attaches itself to a human face. Eventually, the facehugger...
Worst part about this, imagine dying, right? And you gotta die with tiny whities on. By the 1% chance whenever you die and you gotta wear forever in heaven, he's gotta walk around with that shit on for the rest of eternity? Forget about it!
Let's go, and the slithering chestburster breaks through from the chest of the host. Within a few hours, the chestburster grows into the biomechanical-looking xenomorph, with a translucent domed head and an extra snapping jaw. The sequel, Aliens, features xenomorphs with ridged heads and extra defense appendages on their arms.
Whoa.
A queen alien is also depicted in this film and produces a fleshy egg every few seconds. In Alien 3, a facehugger uses a dog, or an ox, as a host, resulting in a quadrupedal xenomorph.
Wait, I'm very confused by that. Where did the ox come from? Because I know, hang on, I'm very confused. I know if a facehugger gets a hold of a bull, it's like a crusher, the big heavy armor-plated one. I remember the dog being impregnated. I don't know where the ox came from. I gotta rewatch that movie.
Xeno is the first to appear noticeably less biomechanical, and for this film only, is lacking its back dorsal tubes. The domed head, while less translucent, makes a reappearance. Alien Resurrection depicts xenomorphs with longer tails and arms, perfect for swimming. As a result of DNA splicing, a pale alien-human clone hybrid is born.
I do back, butt. He has an ass on his stomach. That's what I'm trying to illustrate here. This nasty son of a bitch was so disgusting, dude. And you know what's crazy? This is like the most hideous thing you'll ever see in a movie ever, and you still feel sad when it dies. Like, you almost cry, basically. It's like screaming mama and shit. It's like, oh my god.
Not even a mother could love it.
Yeah.
In the first Alien vs. Predator film, xenomorphs appear similar to those from Resurrection, aside from the alien that dons an artful grid on its skull.
That
This
was a
time,
badass.
Xenomorphs go face-to-face with predators, culminating in the birth of a predalien chestburster. In the sequel, Alien vs. Predator Requiem, xenomorphs have ridged heads again. The predalien chestburster from the previous film matures, resulting in an alien with predator traits. It's stated in these crossover films that there has been an ongoing fight between predators and aliens since Egyptian times.
That's a good animation.
It's the following film's timeline, so let's forget about that. The prequel, Prometheus.
Well, that's the thing, is AVP is openly not canon. It's all for imagination. They can just have fun with it and do whatever they want. That's why AVP 2 should have been so much crazier.
Introduces godlike beings called engineers.
These
and black
dickheads.
goo, which can alter DNA in mysterious ways. An android called David gets a hold of the goo and uses it to infect a scientist, who gets busy with his girlfriend and creates the premature squid-like trilobite. The trilobite grows and uses an engineer as a host, producing a smooth alien called a deacon.
Dude, that whole shit was crazy, bro. That thing getting a hold of this dude, like that entire scene, it was so
producing a
absolutely
smooth
gnarly
alien
when he gets the
called a
tube down.
The prequel sequel, Alien Covenant, depicts plants being affected by the black goo, creating egg sacs. When the sacs are disturbed, spores are released and enter a human through any orifice. Once a host is infected, the spiky-backed bloodburster will burst out, first in quadrupedal form, then evolving into the bipedal standing neomorph. Meanwhile, the android David continues experiments with the goo, mixing it with human cells and other mystery pieces to make a xenomorph egg sac and facehugger. He finds a human host, and soon a tiny, nearly fully formed version of the xenomorph bursts out of the human experimentee.
That confused the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie. When it came out almost perfect, but it was beautiful. It raises its arms. It's like its whole little Jesus Savior moments, like film is literature-wise, but that shit was confusing.
Goes into a thin and more organic-looking xenomorph, leading many to call this a protomorph. But whether David was working from a blueprint or his own invention isn't known. What we do know is that Ridley Scott will surely release another Alien film that changes the life cycle yet again, rendering this entire video completely worthless.
That kind of pisses me off a little bit, is Ridley Scott doesn't seem to know what the hell he wants to do with this franchise anymore. It's just a bunch of random shit that doesn't even connect with the old shit. It's like, what are you doing? We need to take it. He's gone senile. We need to take the franchise from him. Alright, well that was freaking crazy, dude. Seeing a xenomorph like sprout arms, that little tadpole stage where it doesn't necessarily have its legs left, is gonna stick with me for a long freaking time. Holy crap. Check out those channels linked down below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!